Good evening, everybody. This is week 1 video discussion, and it says to select one of the following scenarios to respond to, identify the scenario you selected, and answer the post questions supporting your answer with existing case law from the readings. So the reading that I chose to do was Student Walkout. And it says a reporter for a student newspaper writes a column critical of the administration's decision for the entire school to say the Pledge of Allegiance each morning. The reporter encourages students to stage a walkout the following school day. He calls for everyone to get up and leave their classrooms and assemble on the front lawn of their school rather than say the pledge. Can the reporter call for such an activity? Why or why not? And the answer to this question is no. And to support my answer, the slide talks about speech disruptive to school activities, and it says high school students cannot print content or information that substantially disrupts the school day. It further goes into saying that you couldn't write an editorial asking for students to walk out of a class at a certain time to protest new policy. Such action would cause disruption to normal activity. So, an example of this in my personal case is I live in Mustang, Oklahoma, and when I was in high school, they did a meet me at the pole. And every morning, youth pastors from all over town would meet their youth groups at the flagpole, and we would just say a prayer before school started. This was because they took out the moment of silence during your first hour of class, and there wasn't really time for that anymore. We didn't say the Pledge of Allegiance. We didn't have a moment of silence. We didn't do the things that we used to as elementary kids. So that was the high schoolers' way of getting that prayer time in before school. And it further goes into saying that this also includes spoken words and actions. A case for this would be Tinker versus Des Moines. And it talks about a group of high school kids that wanted to wear black armbands to school to protest against I think it was the Vietnam War. Yeah, the Vietnam War. And once their principal found out about this, the principal basically said that you're going to get suspended if you wear these black armbands. But the kids did it anyway, and they did get suspended. But during this time, the parents sued the school for violating their kids' right to freedom of speech. And the end result is that the United States Supreme Court ruled a 7-2 decision in favor of the students. The court agreed that students' free rights should be protected. And just to support that, I mean, as long as if the students weren't wearing anything offensive, of course you can't wear anything offensive to school. But as far as the black armband goes, I don't think that should have been that big of an issue. So therefore, I do agree that they should have won their case and they should have the right to wear those black armbands to school.